Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In the last episode, all our clues pointed towards the servant quarters. The elven servants have told us that elves are going in, and they're not coming out. Morrigan also found a Tevinter agent who had a key, which presumably leads to the servants' quarters. That is the only other place for us to investigate, so let's head on in.
This could be worth checking out.
Indeed it could. Now then, I presume Aenor is running off to go and grab Vivienne and Solus and Cassandra. You know, saying, grab your weapons. Grab your weapons. Shit's going down. Game? Oh dear. Open the inventory menu to equip weapons and armor. Yeah, I know that.
Someone will be held accountable for this.
Yeah, oof.
Must be the elves Briala's people are looking for.
Yeah, and there are a lot of them. Flipping heck. Now, first things first. I'm gonna grab our weapons. Cassandra. Take Evanora and the shield. Vivienne, you had the Staff of the Fire Drake, and Solus Buddy, take Tridda's staff. Okay. I'm actually fine leaving them in their formal attire. I mean, I don't think they'd have the time to equip this. I obviously, from a game mechanics standpoint, it's just like, oh, well, you go over here and you click the thing. But I'm talking like from an in-game perspective. I could see them having time to, you know, grab their weapons, but I don't necessarily see them having time to change out of their formal clothes and into their armor. So, you know, I'm happy running around looking fabulous. I mean, why not? Why not? Oh, so many deceased elves. So many. Oh dear. Oh yeah, what is this? Battered journal. Diary of a nosy servant. Since I took that box up to the Grand Apartments, 9 people have subtly tried asking me where the vault is, including a couple of chevaliers, the 5th undergardener, and one of the Grand Duchess's footmen. I'm not mad enough to tell. Oh dear. What? Did I hear someone cry out? I might have been hearing things. Who knows? No. And again, I find myself glancing up to this court approval meter. Oh. I thought there was a Halla statue in here somewhere. Let's... If I remember correctly, we have to... Come on. Jump. Jump. Come on. Get up there and... Okay, and now we just carefully make our way over. Careful, careful, Aenor. If we can get this on our first go, that'd be great. It'd save me a bunch of time. Winter Palace, the Servants' Wing. During her reign's 5th year, Empress Celine substantially expanded the palace's servants' living quarters. They now encompass a large stretch of garden which the landscape architect Treneau designed. It is considered one of the finest examples of his style in Olay. Excerpt from Architectural History of Olay, Volume 1 by Elodie Furneaux. On one hand, you could view that as like, oh, you know, Celine did a nice thing. Like, all of her servants, they were probably living in, you know, not very nice conditions, and she went out of her way to expand their living quarters and provide them their own garden. Isn't that nice? But remember, Briala was Celine's lover. Briala was presumably spending a lot of her time in the servants' living quarters because, you know, oh, God forbid it ever gets out that the Empress is boning an elf. To be honest, I wonder how much of this was Briala's influence, because bearing in mind, most of the servants are elves. I wonder if it was Celine being like, oh, my love, let me make sure you have nicer conditions to live in, or whether it was Briala pushing, saying, hey, my people are being mistreated, you know, get them some nice living quarters. Okay, now. Woo! Okay, now we just go straight. And yoink! There we go. Aha! Nice! Okay, now that should be everything in here. Let's head out. What do we have? Again, more death. This isn't good. This isn't good at all. Again, pardon me while I look for secrets. Because ooh.
There might be something here.
Yeah,
Better take a closer look.
I knew there was another Hella statuette out here. Okay. Yeah, that's everything.
This was no servant. What was he doing here?
This man was a Council of Heralds emissary. Curious to find him here.
The crest of the Chalons family. Duke Gaspard will answer for this.
Time to have a word with the Duke.
No!
Venatori agents!
And a Harlequin.
Venatori leader.
And spinny spin! Whee! Guard up. And you're back. Come on, take him out. Ramming speed.
The Venatori were watching this approach. They're organized.
Indeed they are. And that's a trait. Yes, we found a Council of Heralds emissary with a de Chalons knife in his back. But again, I'd like it pointed out that Gaspard isn't the only Chalon at this party. I do find that interesting. No one is paying attention to Florian. She's there. She's there, but no one really seems to care. Oh, pardon me. Okay, now then. Okay. I'm trying to figure out... I think that's the way we need to go, so let's see what's down this way. We can be quick. We can be quick. You know, it's lucky that we did pass off all of that blackmail to Liliana. It's given us quite a nice buffer. Flipping heck, there is... Oh, hello there! You're right! Get backed! No spinny spin! Guard up! Scream! Just keep on him! Flipping heck! God, just... Venatori dicking about! What is this? How dare they? That's elf fruit. We can't get up through there, I believe. Or at least not yet. Okay, let's have a wee look, see what's down here. Okay, I want to explore everything. That's my problem. I can't say no to exploration because there might be loot. Okay, nothing down here. This is a door we can't access. Okay. Okay, good stuff. Okay, let's see. What's through here? The grand apartments. And again, so many dead. A compendium of Orlesian theatre. Hey, Callista, but it's with the wrong first letter. Callista paces on the battlement over the lake. The sky is dark. She holds a cup of poison. Camellia is there, face veiled. Callista, the dawn is late. Camellia, it will not come again. Callista, it must hide neath the clouds. Camellia, it will not come again. Callista, the queen thinks you dead. Camellia, her back to the audience, faces Callista and removes her veil. Callista moans in fear. She drops her cup. From The Setting of the Light by Lumiere Bartlett. These lines are from a play said to have been one of the strangest works of the time. Bartlett was a writer of small repute who died when a fire swept through his pauper's hovel. The Setting of the Light takes place in the mysterious city of Dame? Implied to be another world that somehow becomes our own moon. Accidents, madness, and suicide plagued the first production, and some historians claim that the play's conclusion was at once so hauntingly beautiful and shockingly vile, it sparked the Great Riot of Val Royeaux in 452 Black. The truth will forever be a mystery. Only 14 pages of the play remain. From A Compendium of Orlesian Theatre, Volume 5, Lost or Fragmented Works by Magister Pellinar. Very interesting. Okay. Now, oh, hello there. You're right. And spinny spin. Spinny spin. There we go. Guard up. Can we guard up, please? There we go. And we go back. Okay, just you left. Okay, good stuff. Yoink. 1 second. I just want to... Oh, okay. So did we... Come on, turn that off. Did we go all the way around? It looks like we might have done, but I'm a little bit confused about why the map is panning out like this. I don't think we've missed anything by going this way first, or at least I do hope we haven't. We might be able to go back if we have time, if this turns out to be the right way forwards. Oh, I don't know what that was, but oh well. If I can figure out what that codex entry was, then I'll insert that at some point. Aha! I think this did go all the way around. The gardens. Oh, hello there! You're right! Everyone on me! And a spinny spin! Ran it! Who am I fighting? Who am I going? Who is where? And we better pip! Okay, there we go, you're down. And is it just you? Spinny spin. Do a scream. Take a sip. There we go. On the floor. There we go. Nice. Okay, let's just have a quick... Okay, yes, so it did all loop. It was a loop, that's good. Okay, just... Okay, oh, more money. I always need more money. I will say, if you're trying to be quick, there is a certain... inventory, there we go. I know the time doesn't move forward in the inventory screen, there we go. And there are certain endings that are locked behind court approval. With Aenor, I'm not too fussed. However, if you are playing a character who is very politically savvy and would be interested in those endings, then, like, don't faff about like I'm doing. Don't do that. Just head straight for the objectives. Okay, and let's... Okay, there we go. Like I said, with Aenor, it wouldn't make sense for her to be getting those endings that are, you know, related to how competent someone is at playing the game. So I'm I'm far more inclined to take my time. Oh, hello. Oh, another Hala statue. Good stuff. We've found 5 of them, but I'm not sure how many we actually have. That's an issue. Pardon me. Excuse me. Okay, we don't need to climb down. Climbing is for losers. We jump. Aenor has good, strong, elven knees. Okay, that's that. That's fine. Let me just see what's down here. Oh god, another dead woman. Nothing in there. Okay. Okay, let's head back into the apartments. Oh, hello. That's loot, though. You're coming with me. A yoink. Thank you. 12 gold, really? That was all that Venatori had? 12 gold? Damn, they are not being paid enough. Sad times for the Venatori. Okay. Yeah, so we're trying to get up to the upper levels. It also does not help that I find this map rather Warren-like. And I struggle to remember, okay, have I been in here? Have I been in here? Oh, a supply cache. But is there anything else? No, doesn't look like it. You know what, everyone drink up. There we go. Okay, good stuff. Okay, so yeah, we've been in there. That's a dead end. There's nowhere we can go that way. So yeah, it must be through here. Hello! You're right. Get wrapped. Guard up and spinny spin. There we go. Nicely done. Nicely done, people. Okay, nothing to loot over here. Getting that. That leads into the main room. Okay. And then yoink. Jashavis, mother of Orlais. It is said we owe much to the sons of betrayal. 3 brothers were charged with girding against an imperium in wait, and in mourning Andraste, we tribes of the Crescent willingly bartered diversity for solidarity. Tevinter would not be defeated in Our Lady's lifetime, but would be balanced against for lifetimes to come. While a son of betrayal named the fields Orlais, it was Jashavis, his wife, who shaped what we are. Her hatreds were older, bound to tradition. All our hatreds were abandoned, so we would call strangers kin and stand as one against the Imperium. Greater her spite for how necessary the cost, because she knew we had a choice in that day, or no choice the next. She brought the marriage that wed tribe within tribe, but promised an untold vengeance of her own. If we stand against outsiders, we stand for ourselves. She would not suffer the rule of Alamari, son or no son of betrayal or profit. Jashavis plied brother against brother in turn, then named both as partners in crimes against faith. With artful turns, she invented invasion, then crafted rebellion against the courts she inspired. Brother would kill brother and be killed in turn, 2 liberations that she would then own. 8 generations before the Empire, before Draken, here were the seeds of elegance to come. Jashavis, twice married to sons of betrayal, twice widowed, our first chieftain born from us, of what would become true Orlais, where we venerate faith and the beauty of sacrifice, with daggers well hidden, but well within reach. It is true we owe much to the sons of betrayal, for they were the tools that a master cast down. Let others claim credit for birthing the nation. Jashavis claims nothing, and gave us the game. This text was translated from Gyoja? Jethvis, a highly romanticized account of the first Gioja, or female chieftain, of the unified Syrian tribes of Orlais. The region and people would later coalesce under Draken into the modern nation of Orlais. Many culturally distinct communities were forcibly merged during the rule of Mathrath and his sons, ostensibly to create more efficient barriers against the likelihood of a Tevinter return My apologies for the tongue fumbles. I have a little bit of a migraine brewing. I can just feel it in my right temple. It's not too bad or anything, but it is rather distracting. Okay. Many culturally distinct communities were forcibly merged during the rule of Mathrath and his sons, ostensibly to create more efficient barriers against the likelihood of a Tevinter return to conquest. The effects of this relocation can still be observed in many Orlesian, Navaran, and Free Marcher traditions, collected and exerted by Philium, a bard. Very nice. Okay, anything else? No, doesn't look like it. Let's head up. Okay, hello. Oh, hello there, you're right. Get back to... And a spinny spin. Got up. And a scream. Okay, keep hitting. Keep hitting. More backs. Ooh, I think we should move, girl. Come on, take him out. Nice. Okie doke. Good stuff. And you dropped something for me as well. How nice. How kind of you. Merci beaucoup. Winter Palace, the Grand Apartments. This wing once served as a home away from home for members of House Valmont's 4 cadet branches, but it has fallen into disuse since Emperor Florian's reign. The late Emperor would not allow relatives more distant than his siblings into the Winter Palace. For years, the entirety of the Grand Apartments was closed off. Excerpt from Architectural History of Orlais, Volume 1 by Elodie Furneaux. Also, we have levels. Excuse me, I didn't notice that before. I'm pretty sure we're just picking passives now. So you know what, let's... Yeah, it'll cost you. That is really good. Let's grab that. And... Vivienne. For you next, I think what we want to grab is these. There we go. And Solus, you don't have anything. Okay. Now then, I do believe that these are Celine's private quarters. So I think it is worth spending the Hala statues. Oh, an elven locket.
An elven locket? Stored away in a palace safe. Unwise, Celine.
How sentimental. And you, thank you kindly. Lovely jubbly. Oh god, on one hand I'm like, surely someone will notice. Someone must notice that a load of shit has been nicked. But on the other hand, I'm like, they have so much shit. Maybe they genuinely wouldn't notice that anything has been taken. Hello? Ooh. You're right. Well, also, pardon me, I'm just, would like to grab, there we go. Got up. And we do a bounce. And a spinny spin. Shout. Keep at it. I don't... Ooh, Nelly. There we go. Ram. Back. Just keep in. There we go. Flipping heck. Fancy meeting you here.
Shouldn't you be dancing, Inquisitor? What will the nobility say?
Hello, Ambassador. I'm sure they're devastated. You shouldn't be here either. Ooh. I'm drawn to number 1.
Ambassador, we meet again.
Your reputation for getting results is well deserved. You cleaned this place out. Will take a month to get all the Tevinter blood off the marble. I came down to save or avenge my missing people. But you've beaten me to it. So, the Council of Heralds emissary in the courtyard. That's not your work, is it?
What if it was? I found him dead. Gaspard's work, I think. Ooh. Not this one. I don't think Aenor would say this, so... Oh, if... If I were playing someone who were more politically adept, then I'd immediately go for this. If Aenor were a more political person, then, you know, like, she'd probably be thinking, oh, I can already start seeding those thoughts of, like, let's make people more suspicious of Gaspard. Like, we're trying to, not only are we trying to keep Celine alive, we're also trying to shore up her rule. We're trying to make her more stable, and, you know, for that, we do kind of need to get rid of Gaspard, so maybe we should be, you know, planting those seeds. But I just don't think Aenor would think like that. I want to go with this, but I don't think Aenor would, so I have to go with what she'd do. And I think she'd admit to finding the guy dead, but not trying to, you know, politically, you know, put herself... Oh my god, this headache. My apologies. It's also rather warm. Yeah, Aenor isn't so politically savvy that she'd already be thinking, oh, I can put myself in a politically advantageous situation by planting those seeds of doubt. She wouldn't be thinking like that. So I have to go with this.
He was dead when I arrived.
I expected as much. You may have arrived with the Grand Duke, but you don't seem to be doing his dirty work. I knew he was smuggling his chevaliers. But killing a council emissary? Bringing Tevinter assassins into the palace? Those are desperate acts. Gaspard must be planning to strike tonight.
The one, her hair is clipping through her hat. Guys, why? No, how dare. The other thing I find interesting, so if you haven't spoken to Briala, you know, when you had the opportunity to, and you are an elf, Briala is actually somewhat hostile. She makes the comment of like, oh, you're slumming it with the rest of your kind. Have you finally decided to show an interest? She's rather hostile, but because Aenor actually, you know, introduced herself to Briala when we had the opportunity, she, you know, said, oh, hello again. So I like that. Warn Celine. Gaspard didn't seem desperate. I'll stop him. Again, Aenor... I think she'd be concerned for the Empress. We're trying to keep her on the throne. I think, you know, she's concerned. All thoughts about playing the game would probably go out of her head. She'd just be like, oh, warn her.
The Empress needs to know what's going on.
You can try to warn her. She won't believe anything from me. I misjudged you, Inquisitor. You might just be an ally worth having. What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal? You should think about it.
I might do that. You paint a pretty picture, and the cost... Again, Briala is probably playing the game. There are no probablys about it. She is playing the game. She's all legion. But I think Aenor... In her head, she knows, of course, there will be a cost. Of course there will be a cost. All legions never say what they actually mean, but in her heart, I think she's like, oh, I do want Briala to succeed. She could help out the elves of Orlais, and I want her to succeed at that.
I would consider such an alliance.
We can help each other, Inquisitor. We are both outsiders here, after all. I know which way the wind is blowing. I'd bet coin that you'll be part of the peace talks before the night is over. And if you happen to lean a little bit our way, it could prove advantageous to us both. Just a thought.
More politics and double dealing. Is there anyone here who is not corrupt?
It's the game, my dear. Everyone plays it here.
Oh, lovely. Lovely, fabulous, fantastic. Goddamn. Oh, what's through here? Let's explore fully. We might as well. Oh, there goes my timer. Oh, thank you. Mad Emperor Revile. Modern history often forgets that Mad Emperor Revile was, at first, celebrated as a military genius. Despite the warnings of his twin brother, Gratian, younger by a mere hour, he committed Orlais to an invasion of Ferelden, an invasion that proved wildly successful. In the breadth of one campaign, Revile had expanded the reach of the Empire across all of southern Thedas and allowed the court to dream of achieving even greater heights. The victory came at a cost, however, and when Gratian's prediction of war with an opportunistic Navarra proved true, the Orlesian Chevaliers met spectacular defeat. Everything we know of history states that Grand Duke Gratian had nothing but his brother's best interests at heart. The man was a kind soul, much in love with his wife and many children, and, according to all letters recovered, vastly relieved not to be burdened with the throne. Revile, however, went from reveling in the approval of the... let's try that again. Revile, however, went from reveling in the approval of his court to being the butt of jokes and the target of whispers. He was surrounded by courtiers who said his brother was behind the criticism, and as rebellion in occupied Ferelden began, things grew worse. There was open talk of placing Gratian on the throne. When Marquis Yvette, Revile's mother and a calming influence, died and threw him into mourning, he snapped. Revile ordered the assassination of Gratian and his entire family at their estate on Sablissan on the Feast of Ascension. Gratian, his wife, their 3 grown children, and 8 grandchildren, the youngest, Camille, only 8 months old, all slaughtered and thrown into a mass grave, their bodies burned. The brutal slaughter sent a chill through the imperial court, as even the emperor's own children feared to speak out against him. He became increasingly paranoid and began wearing armor every time he left his rooms. His health began to decline, but he refused to allow physicians of any kind into the palace. By 850 Blessed, Revile refused to leave his rooms at all. His paranoia had grown so great that only a single cook was permitted to prepare his food, and only under the supervision of 10 chevaliers. He no longer ate anything but venison, and his health, unsurprisingly, was poor. In 851 Blessed, Emperor Revile finally died, and upon entering his rooms, his sons found that he had boarded up the windows and surrounded his bed with rows upon rows of daggers. From the Emperors of Orlais by Brother Harlon Ascari. Very interesting. I quickly want to finish looking around. Okay, yeah, this was the Empress's suite. Or it was a vault where she was keeping hidden things, at the very least. Okay, and I am going to leave this episode off right here. In the next one, we follow after Briala, and I think we'll be returning to the ballroom. I'm not entirely sure, but until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.